Welcome to Sleepless Readings. Tonight we'll be reading a tale called Spencer Jackson. When I first met him, he was sitting on his bed, rolling a ball of lint between two fingers. Paul. I introduced myself with an outstretched hand. Nice to meet you.
Is it Spencer?
He dropped his little piece of lint, clearly startled.
Spencer Jackson.
Looks like we're roommates. I tried to ignore how cold and clammy his hand was.
It looks that way.
I dropped my suitcase onto my little bed, officially marking my territory. I surveyed the plain room. 2 beds, 2 desks, and not much space. I smiled. College. Finally.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Spencer asked shyly. What does?
College.
There was a strange sadness in his laugh.
For freedom. If your family's anything like mine, it should feel good.
It really does. I chuckled. There was something about him. I liked this Spencer. Want to check this place out? We explored the bustling campus streets into the evening. It was a pleasantly warm night for autumn. Spencer did most of the talking. His dad was a plumber. His mum was a secretary at a law firm. He wrote a short story that earned him a partial scholarship. He was going in undeclared, but wanted to major in professional writing. He'd only ever had one serious girlfriend. He considered the military, but decided against it. His dog's name is Ruffles. His favorite movie is Fight Club. On and on. He was an endless chatterbox. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I'd known a guy that Spencer reminded me of. Dave Remmel. Dave's dad used to beat the shit out of him, and his mom was a drunk who would ignore him. He was an only child and never got the attention he needed, so when someone lent an ear, he'd bend it. We stopped at a small house teeming with college kids at various levels of inebriation. Let's meet some new people. Bass thumped. Someone shouted. A girl laughed. Spencer's face turned a shade whiter.
I don't think so.
Come on, I said. I grabbed a handful of his jacket and pulled him playfully in tow. We walked into the exciting chaos that is any house party. The welcome smell of cheap beer, cigarettes, and a hint of weed. Thumping bass, 2 loud conversations, laughter. We navigated the crowd, clutching red Solo cups, and found ourselves a vacant corner.
This is a little awkward,
Spencer said. Yeah, a little. I don't recognize anybody here from my high school. How about you? A couple that was sitting on a nearby couch gave me a strange look and retreated towards the kitchen.
These people aren't friendly,
Spencer said, eyeing the couple that glanced back at us every so often. Give it a little time. Maybe time to leave. A guy in a tight sweater approached us. Spencer looked at his sneakers. You know this guy? I asked, balling up my fists. What did you say to me? He bumped his chest against mine. His breath was cheap vodka. I wasn't talking to you, I said, meeting his gaze squarely, despite the fact that this guy could probably knock my head off my shoulders with one punch. A few people noticed the commotion. One of them chuckled. A small group encircled us. One person had a cell phone out and was filming. Everyone always wants to see a fight.
Let's just get out of here,
Spencer said. Fine. I shouldered past the jackass in the sweater and stalked back out into the night, leaving a burst of fresh laughter behind. My phone buzzed in the middle of the night, waking me up. It was a text message from my friend Derek.
You good?
Yeah, why?
DJ sent me this. He got it from Cara. We're worried about you, man.
He sent a video. The video was of the party. I was standing in the corner, holding a red Solo cup, leaning into the corner and talking. I was alone. Spencer wasn't in the video at all. He just wasn't there. He started to cry softly in the darkness. It didn't sound right. Spencer? My heart was hammering against the inside of my chest.
Do you think you can still go to heaven if you kill yourself, eventually?
Gooseflesh raced up and down my arms. Spencer, you're scaring me.
I shouldn't have done it. It was so fucking short-sighted, man. I'm sorry, man. I just get so lonely sometimes, you know?
He choked back another sob. Spencer, stop it! The hair on the back of my neck stood on end.
They're going to make me go back. Oh God, I have to go back. But it's so fucking cold. I don't want to go back, Paul.
His voice was wrong. It sounded muffled, underwater. I snapped the lights on, and what I saw will haunt me for the rest of my life. A small, neatly made bed with fresh linens, unoccupied. Thank you for listening. That was Spencer Jackson. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you leaving a like. It does help to boost the channel. And why not consider subscribing for more? I release new content every Sunday. And as always, stay sleepless.